My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go with the Ironclad. Ascension level 15, let's go. Yeah, let's just take the safe option there. Alright, there's a two elite path over this way that has a late shop that I'm particularly interested in. Although that does mean I have to really define my run before I get there. Can you not do 12? Like, please? I need you to use that turn so that I have the time to fully attack and set up my next turns. Alright. See a win condition, pick a win condition. This is now a Rampage deck. We want to thin everything out of the deck except for Rampage, Headbutt, and Draw. Value picks should only really be added to the deck if they also remove themselves from the deck. We'll take the max HP here. Max HP is a ridiculously important stat, and it doesn't immediately get appreciated. Upgrade 2 random cards is good, because I'm not going to be picking up an armaments to upgrade my cards. Beautiful. Nope. Alright, let's smith that Rampage. Next smith is going to be on Bash, but I would like to remove Bash as well. That's great. We get to Rampage to start out the match, and then hopefully draw it. Oh, if I draw Rampage in my next hand, I am just off to a great start. Well, it's still a pretty good start. Bash Rampage? Yeah. Actually going to use this energy potion to get out a strike as well. Draw me Rampage? Nope. Alright. Single Rampage draw should now guarantee I kill. Bloody Vial. At the start of each combat, heal 2 HP and a Dex potion. Offering. As much as I'd like that feed, and as much as I was just talking about max HP being super important, Offering is gonna, again, replace itself, remove itself from my deck. It does all of the things that I had on my list of the only things that I can take alongside my Rampage. I'm going to need to defend next turn, so I'm actually just going to go for the 15 damage rather than the 8 plus vulnerability. Nope. Take a Prayer Wheel. Prayer Wheel is non-boss chest, now also contain cards, so it's more opportunities to pick up cards. Actually going to use a Dex potion here. Try and defend myself a little. One Rampage in the backline kills, and I happen to know that I've got a Rampage in my next stand. And now I can just let Rampage build a little bit. So I'll defend Rampage. We're not going to be able to kill that 42 HP enemy in its next turn. So instead I'll target to kill the 22 by its turn after its next turn. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to draw here. I need to prevent that. Beautiful. Alright, 42. Show me Rampage. It's not Rampage. Single Rampage does kill now, though. Singing Bowl. Whenever adding cards to your deck, you may instead gain 2 max HP. Which is going to be great, because we're not going to add cards to our deck as a rule. You have 18 HP, so a double strike kills you. Alright. There's no need to ever take damage against this enemy. I'm just going to double defend here. We'll go to the shop. Bag of Preparation's a really good pickup. So's probably Purity. Purity or just remove a card? Remove a card. Just remove a card at every opportunity and we'll be fine. I could take a Shrug It Off. I'm going to need a little bit of defense sometimes. And Shrug It Off does draw as well. Okay. Having an opening hand that's two larger gives us a larger chance to get our... none of those. Gives us a larger chance to very early pick up our Rampage. I'm going to fight these because it's going to prevent so much damage later in the game if I can actually kill any of these. I'm going to have to weaken one of them. I do want to kill the one that's charging up here as well. But I can't do that. Oh, wait, 18, 6, 1 off killing it. Okay. Right. Offering. Beautiful. Set another target to win within 1 HP of their life. Yikes. Alright, I am going to have to rest at the final camp, but hopefully Odd Mushroom, when vulnerable, will take 25% more damage rather than 50% more damage. It's going to save us a lot of HP. And Battle Trance is draw that replaces itself. Headbutt is ridiculous, though. I need Headbutt. Yeah, we need Headbutt to put that Rampage back on top of our deck. We're going to need to rest here. Rampage. Headbutt that Rampage back to the top of the deck. Offering. Rampage. Double Strike. Gonna need to split the enemy in the next turn, so... Good. Alright, we will... Bash Headbutt, put that Rampage back on top of our deck and prevent ourselves from taking this weaken. God, can you not both attack at the same time? That's really rude. I'm one short of lethal on that back target at the moment as well. Like, they both attacked 2 times in a row. Brutality is going to be really good here. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and draw a card that is going to draw... That effectively lowers the size of our deck quite significantly. And here we need to take Sozu. Gain energy at the start of each of your turns. You can no longer obtain potions. And then we'll discard this one. And now, that's it. All of our potions are gone. We can go to this camp and we can remove another card from our deck. And then we can choose exactly how much danger we want to take after that. So, beautiful. Rampage. Headbutt that Rampage back to the top of the deck. Shrug it off to draw it. Rampage. Right. Double strike for the kill. Deck could use another Headbutt, actually. Rampage. Headbutt. Shrug it off. Rampage. Those rampage turns are only going to become more consistent as we remove more and more cards from our deck. We can't lose our gold. We came here to go to the shop. Brutality. Rampage. Headbutt that back to the top of the deck. You can see similarities with previous turns in this one. Hopefully we get Offering in our next hand. And we do. Beautiful. Strike there. Offering only draws 3, so I can do that before I Rampage. Which is good, because I intend to use it for a kill. Don't draw Rampage. 9 cards, 1 in 9, got completely boned. Of course I did, because of course I did. Why would I not get boned? I'm mad about it. Red Mask. At the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. That's going to help us out quite a lot, in fact, in the opening of these combats. These two can actually be considered. Pommel Strike because it draws a card, so I can use it to draw the Rampage that I just put back on top of my deck, and Headbutt because it puts the Rampage back on top of my deck. I'm actually going to take the Headbutt out of those two. Flash of Steel is really good as well. Draws a card, but it draws a card for 0, which is ridiculous. Flash of Steel, we have to take it, unfortunately. I'm also gonna take a Fire Potion. Oh, but it didn't cost me anything. Beautiful. Okay, even though I couldn't purchase it, it didn't cost me anything when I tried to purchase it because I'm an idiot. I'll put the more powerful Strike back on top of my deck. At that point, I was pretty much debating what do I put back on top of my deck, because unfortunately the Rampage isn't going back on there. Could Headbutt something back to the top of my deck right now. In fact, I'll Headbutt that. There we go. First Rampage. And you're dead. Beautiful. Don't need another Headbutt at this point. Oh, come on! I really want that Flash of Steel! I even purchased previous ones! Fucker. Double Tap is now one of the most powerful cards that we could ever consider finding. Offering needs to be upgraded because we need to draw through this deck a lot faster. This is going to be a really rough fight for us. Yeah, especially when we get an opening like this. Yikes. What we really needed there was Rampage. We pretty much always desperately wanted in our opening hand. Alright. Rampage. Headbutt it back to the top of the deck. Strike, bash, flash, Rampage. Too short of being able to kill this fat gremlin. Actually gonna Headbutt the Flash of Steel back to the top of the deck and take the 7 here. Thankfully, the enemy in the backline decided not to hit me. Alright, next Rampage is ready. Unfortunately, we only got 1 Rampage in that deck through. Good gosh! This really, really blows. I'm not going to be able to kill both of those now. I think at this point, I take this 10. Rampage is 32 right now, so Bash, Rampage, Headbutt might be killing next turn. Yep, I need to go for the backliner. If I take my turn to kill those, and then this guy decides to use a big attack next turn, I'm just dead, so... Had to go for the backliner. Beautiful. Alright. Omamori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. That's pretty handy. Because we definitely don't want curses in this deck. Take max HP. Can we please get the Rampage in our opening hands right now? Like, please. Like, pretty please. I'm gonna headbutt a headbutt back to the top of my deck. Move that target down so that a single Rampage will kill him. Kill him. Rampage goes back to the top. We offering. It's going to be strike, double defend. Unfortunately, we're going to be made frail here, so it's going to be really difficult. We have exactly enough damage this turn. Hell yeah. Nope. Ancient Tea set. Whenever you rest at a campsite, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. That is excellent. Okay, we got 14 max HP from Mango. We did get the curse, but it immediately got negated by Omamori. So 14 max and current HP. We do need to upgrade Brutality. Double tap. There's Burning Pact, which will draw me through my deck a lot faster, and it'll burn cards out of my deck. The problem with that is it uses an energy to do it. I should still do it, right? Right, we'll Burning Pact and we'll card remove one of these normal strikes. Brutality, offering for 5. Come on, like, give me the card. It's there. It's right there. Oh my god. Rampage back to the top of the deck, and then I'm going to put a Headbutt back to the top of the deck. In a just world, I would have already played Rampage twice. Alright. Dash. Rampage. Upgraded Pommel Strike. Alright, that's a take. Hey, there's a Rampage. If only I had the ability to shuffle it back to the top of my deck as well, though. Ow. Got weakened that turn, which is rough. Good. Headbutt, Rampage back to the top of the deck. Use Offering. Then we'll Rampage you. Rampage is now 24 with a weaken. That should be 19, right? No, 6. I lose 6. Okay, so it's not going to kill. So I need to use Headbutt. And we'll Pommel Strike Rampage the back line. All about that Rampage. Headbutt. Headbutt Rampage back to the top of the deck again. And defend, defend, defend. Which is actually a complete block right there. Quite handy. It's unfortunate to be weakened, but happens. Beautiful. The only way this was ever gonna work. Bottled Flame, fuck yes. Okay, that's Rampage. In our opening hand, always. The only way this deck is gonna work is if I rest a lot now. Our opening hand is now about how many times can I play Rampage. Here, it's 1, unfortunately. Actually, it might not just be 1. We burn strikes out of it. Yeah, it's not just 1. We headbutt the Rampage back to the top of the deck. We shrug it off. We draw the Rampage, and we play the Rampage. We want to burn aggressive cards out of our deck before defensive cards, because the aggressive cards are the ones we don't actually want in there. Let's put that Rampage back on top of the deck. Pommel Strike to draw it. Play the Rampage. We're actually going to need to set that orb up for a kill, because he's probably going to take Rampage out of our deck. No, Offering! Oh god, even more important. Right, we'll Rampage the back line. Headbutt you. Puts Offering back on top of our deck. We'll Offering. I want to use all my setup stuff to kill that orb, so... Rampage here. Pommel. Then it's probably just double strike. Alright. Rampage. Headbutt the Rampage back to the top of the deck. Flash of Steel. Rampage. And shrug it off. Headbutt that Rampage back to the top of the deck. Pommel Strike to draw it. Rampage. Then I'm going to strike. And there's a Rampage. Nope. Actually... No, when I use Offering, I do actually use a lot of cards with the Velvet Choker. If I use Runic Cube, I'm going to draw 2 extra cards a turn, courtesy of Brutality. Which is going to thin my deck even further. I'm going to have 7 cards each turn. I just need to increase my maximum HP here. And probably dodge as many elites as possible. There's one path here where I can dodge every elite, so we're going to do that. Right, that. And then the Headbutt there. And then the Flash of Steel there. And then we can Rampage. Strike. Also got another Headbutt in the deck. Beautiful. We'll Headbutt you, put the Rampage back on top. Pommel Strike. Rampage. It's Offering here. That would have drawn 1 extra card if I didn't screw that up. My bad. Actually going to shrug it off, double defend here. Rampage. Pommel Strike. Headbutt the Rampage back to the top of the deck. Come on, let's go. Don the Red Mask to gain 222 gold there. So now our first shop is actually going to be much more available and accessible for us. Rampage. Headbutt. Shrug it off. Rampage. If I had 1 more energy, I would have been able to Headbutt there as well. Put it on top again. It's actually too many cards to draw. Little Offering for a full refill. Rampage. Headbutt with the Rampage back on top. Flash of Steel for the draw. And then Rampage. The 0-cost draw is ridiculous. Warcry does work in this deck. Yeah, it works in this deck a lot, in fact. It does need to be upgraded to actually have a net positive, though. Start working on this back line. Headbutt, Flash of Steel, Rampage, Headbutt, Warcry, Rampage, and Strike. Beautiful. Those need to be our opening turns. That amount of Rampages. Default. Okay. All our headbutts and rampages are still in the next hand, so... Rampage. Headbutt. Shrug it off. Mistake. Didn't need to put that rampage back in top. Ooh, yikes. Don't draw rampage. Beautiful. I just need defense and then one big rampage, right? Okay, there's a lot of things that will kill. Beautiful. Strength potion. Doesn't do anything for us because he can't play it. Metallicize. It's another card in the deck. Can't do it. And that max HP. I just need the max HP. That's how we win. All right. Now, Apotheosis is good, but the important cards in our deck are already upgraded. So I think we take the Bag of Marbles. Our opening turns oftentimes are we play a ridiculous amount of Rampages, so why not? I think we take the Bag of Marbles. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies, making all of our damage in that first turn do 50% more damage. And then we'll card remove another one of these lowly strikes out of our deck. And I'm going to take a Finesse. It's 0 cost and it replaces itself. We do need to upgrade Warcry and probably the Burning Pact as well. Alright. Rampage. Headbutt. Offering. It's time to start the chain. Rampage. Headbutt. Finesse. Rampage. Now, I need more headbutts if I want to actually do this. In fact, I can take as many headbutts as I'd like, because in the first draw through of the deck, they're all acting as just extra rampages. Because the rampage, due to being in the bottled flame, is guaranteed to come before them. These only get like 2 more block, 3 more damage, right? We want extra cards. Our damage is just all courtesy of the rampage. Pen Nib, every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That is going to be ridiculous. Double tap! We finally got it! This is going to be a rough fight. But the rampage back to those over there. Finesse. A lot of damage I didn't want to take, but they were all attacking on the first turn. Offering. Finesse. Flash of Steel there. Then I'm going to headbutt the Rampage back to the top of the next hand. And I've set up a target that it can instantly kill. Alternatively, we can leave the target that it can instantly kill there, because it'll always be able to instantly kill that target. And then Rampage. Beautiful. Whenever you lose strength from a card, lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. I was actually recently emailed by a viewer from Germany who was talking about the combination that you can have between Brutality and Rupture, which I have done once or twice over the course of the series, but never as like a main feature of the deck. It's effectively the poor man's demon form, right? It's 1 strength a turn. But it also gives you the ability to get an extra card, and any of your other HP loss sources will also give you that Rupture. I'm not going to do it because that's not the way this deck benefits. The way this deck benefits is not through gaining strength, it's through building that gosh damn Rampage. Speaking of, we need to upgrade the double tap, because double tapping Flash of Steel and double tapping Rampage and double tapping Headbutt are all ridiculous priorities. Rampage, Headbutt, Finesse, Rampage. Bash Strike. Not gonna go for just the 1 target right now. Gonna give myself options as to who I kill next turn. Tap a Flash of Steel here for 2 draws. And a Headbutt to put a Rampage, and double tap back on top of the deck. Play defense here because I am going to need at least 1. Alright. Double tap this Rampage. Let's see what we've got in Warcry. Ugh. Fine. Don't get to block that much that turn. But then we get to kill everyone this turn, so, you know, comes around. Regen potion that I would love to be able to use, if not for Sozu. I'm not going to fight this. I don't need the relic, and I definitely do not need to fight 2 shapes. Rampage. Headbutt. Flash of Steel. Rampage. Finesse. Brutality. And some more block. Ooh, Offering. Warcry gets Headbutt? No. I should have put the double tap back on top of the deck there. That's my bad. Instead, I'm just going to add the vulnerability. Rampage, Headbutt. Shrug it off. Rampage. I mean, it's... Come on. Sing it yourself. You know the tune. We'll rest here. Donu and Deca is it's gonna be really difficult to have this go at the right speed against Donu and Deca. If this was ever gonna go at the right speed though, this would be the opening hand. Rampage, Headbutt. We'll Offering first. Double tap the Rampage. Double tap the Headbutt to put the double tap and the Rampage back on top. Then we'll Flash of Steel to Rampage. Nope, that should have been Shrug it off before I did that. Double tap is in my next hand. That's my bad. Let's finesse. Let's use Warcry here. Double tap that Flash of Steel. We didn't get the card we were looking for. That's fine. We'll double tap the Headbutt, put the Flash of Steel and the double tap back on top of the deck. Oh, this deck would have been so much faster. All right. Double tap Rampage kills the front line. The double tap of this headbutt puts a Rampage back on top of the deck, and I'm not going to put that Flash of Steel back on top of the sorry, I'm not going to put the double tap back on top of the deck. I'm going to put a headbutt. I put him in the wrong order. I blew that. Fine, put that double tap back on top. We've got double tap and Rampage in the next hand. Double tap, Rampage, headbutt. We put Flash of Steel back on top and Rampage back on top. We finesse for the draw. We Rampage. Single Rampage, we've got the kill. Flash of Steel, finesse, full strike for the double draw. Or maybe I don't even need that. Woo, yeah! That's it! That is the 15th level of Ascension. Elites spawn more often, normal enemies are deadlier, elites are deadlier, bosses are deadlier, heal less after boss battles, start each run damage, normal enemies are tougher, elites are tougher, bosses are tougher, parasite, potions less potent, upgraded cards appear less often, poor bosses, lower max HP, and unfavorable events. All of that, and I went back to my roots. I went back to a Rampage deck, I went back to a thin deck, and it went perfectly. I am so damn pleased with how that went. I am also incredibly proud. I gotta be honest with you. For just a second, I'm quite proud of how that one went, because that was a thinking man's thing. I screwed up at the end. I definitely screwed up. I'm not saying that I played it perfectly, but the kind of ideal, like the archetype of that deck and being able to get it oiled correctly to run like that is also, a lot of it is trial and error. I've tried that deck many, many times. I never got it to work in the Ascension mode until the 15th level of Ascension. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves anywhere near as much as I have. And hopefully we'll see you next time as we start to do other things in Slay the Spire. Like Daily Climb. Actually, while you're still here, hopefully you are, if you do have any ideas for challenge runs you'd like me to do in this game, start submitting those in comments down below. Make sure to include the phrase challenge run so that it can actually search for your comment. Then I'm going to select the best of those, and I'm going to do some of those alongside the daily challenges that I also do. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.